Colorado Governor Jared Polis signing a bill into law on Monday allowing the right to abortion and contraception. The law says that individuals have a fundamental right to use or refuse contraception, and that every pregnant person has the right to continue their pregnancy and give birth or have an abortion.
Now, the new law aims to protect abortion rights in Colorado in the event that the U.S. Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, which secured abortion in the country, made it legal. Now, the bill also states that a fertilized egg, embryo, or fetus does not have independent or derivative rights under Colorado law.
Let's talk about Florida Governor Ron DeSantis now. Apparently, he's starting a trend. The parental rights in education bill that critics have called the Don't Say Gay bill, now being duplicated by red state lawmakers in Ohio and Louisiana, filing similar legislation in their own states. And that legislation would prohibit classroom discussion of sexual orientation or gender identity with young students. Joining us to discuss this now, U.S. Senate candidate for California and constitutional attorney Mark Meuser. Mark, great to have you with us today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right. As you know, this Florida law really keeps kindergarten students through third grade from being taught certain gender curriculum, and it gives parents, of course, rights with medical screening, gives them a little more consent and knowledge about what's going on with their kids. DeSantis got a lot of heat from the left. A lot of people didn't take the time, to read this 7-page bill. But now we see it being replicated, expanded upon. I want to show you the polls here. They show that a majority of parents and even Biden voters, Mark, really support this. So what about your state? It's blue, but you have a Disneyland there. You think you could get a bill like this across where the voters there?
Well, the thing is, we are seeing a major movement here in the state of California where parents are really, we saw what happened in San Francisco a couple of weeks ago. Parents are really upset. Because of COVID, their eyes are waking up that, wait a second, their kids are not getting the education that they need to succeed in life. And this wokeism that's going on is actually destroying their children's opportunity. And so more and more parents are waking up, even here in California. We saw what happened in Virginia. You see what's happening in Florida and even San Francisco. And I call them the mama bears. The mama bears, they don't want their kids being political pawns. They want their kids to learn the basics and to have a solid education. And what we are seeing, even here in California, just a couple of weeks ago, I taught 70 mama bears how to run for school board. I've been involved in multiple parent groups that are coming out and recalling their board, their school boards. Yeah. And, getting much more involved. And I think what we're seeing in Florida is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, I can be a mama bear at some time, too. I have a 16-year-old daughter, so I get it. And it's good that people are getting more involved. Let's talk about opportunity when it comes to your state, too. California, Mark, set aside $35 million in experiments for what is guaranteed income programs. But now the city of Palm Springs is actually going to pay transgender and non-binary residents up to $900 a month for 2 years. The mayor, Lisa Middleton, who is transgender, also supports this. But a lot of people are questioning it. There's no limitations on how this money is spent. And this really was supposed to address homelessness and poverty. Is this how to solve these issues?
This is bread and circuses. This is what brought down Rome, is where politicians are trying to find ways to pay back their political supporters. And, what's next? Okay, let's say in a couple years, Republicans take over the White House and they decide, we're no longer going to tax red states. We're only going to tax blue states. When you start getting down this line of who can, who do we tax? Who do we not tax? Who gets this universal income? Who doesn't get this universal income? It's a very slippery slope. It's very questionably unconstitutional, even though courts have really not gone down this path. But it's a slippery slope that we do not want to go down because, the founding fathers set up this country that we want to be equal. We want, what's the Declaration of Independence? All men are created equal. Well, here in Palm Springs, what you're seeing is that all men are equal except for those who are not equal.
Right. And, you make some great points there. And also, is it incentivizing people in general not to get back to work, which, a lot of people need hardworking people. We want to see America first, and we want to be back on track for that. Mark Meuser, the U.S. candidate for Senate in California, thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.